This is Aegean Beach, and it is exactly the place where we were swimming as small children, and where my father built the first rooms for tourists on Amorgos. At the age of 11, in the 60s, I had a dream and a vision. I liked people. I was very happy that I could understand English and communicate with them. It was really something that pleased me. This was the beginning for me, for my later life, when I went abroad, when we came back and we made something better, even better and of a higher standard for the guests of the island. We want to do the best possible for our homeland. When I went to school, to high school, I was dreaming of doing something much bigger, way bigger than my small island, where there was no electricity, there was nothing, my English teacher was trying to teach me the word ice cream, and I did not know what ice cream was even in Greek. And we had a very happy and good living, good food, very natural and very organic, of course. I used to go to the port as a child of 11 years old to welcome people in the dark on a donkey, because we had to carry the suitcases on a donkey. It was really adventurous. And now that I see this place, you know, the rooms, these rooms have gone through big changes through all these years, and now they are modern and perhaps the best in the area in their category. I got a very good example from my mother at the point of philoxenia, because she was always so open and so happy to receive people. In the middle of the night, she would welcome them with a smile, and she would make honey puffs, loukoumades, 2 o'clock in the morning to welcome them. And she had always a way to communicate with them, although she did not speak any language except Greek. And she was loved by everybody. So I believe I got a lot from my mother. After our return from the United States, we kept coming here on Amorgos every summer to work with our parents, the project of our parents, our family project. And finally, the road connecting the other port of Amorgos, Katapola, and Aegiali was completed, and it continued to connect the villages. So one day, my husband Nikita and I were looking up through the window of the kitchen, and we noticed that the new road going to Tholaria had created a new curve, you know. And then immediately we thought, oh, up there it could be a very beautiful hotel. The land was not ours, you know, but we visualized it, and my husband found the owner and bought this piece of mountain. It was a piece of mountain. And then the thing that we visualized came to a reality. And here it is. That's our hotel, Aegiali's Hotel and Spa. It has gone through a long way, but finally we have reached a very, very good point, and we're very proud of it, of this project, because we believe that this project has contributed a lot to Amorgos, to the island, to the culture, because it always hosts different projects, cultural projects, conferences, anything to do with civilization and culture. We're very proud of it.
And it gives jobs to people.
And it gives jobs to local people and to many other people from Greece who come here, and it is a reason also many people to have come back to live on the island. So the population of the island has also increased due to the Hotel Aegialis. when we bought the land, we had to think how we could complete our dream and our goal and our vision. And it was really very, very difficult because this land was a pure mountain. Nobody would ever think about building something. So we spent all our money in buying the land, getting a permit, and then the main thing and the most important was to make flat pieces in order to be able to build. So this was the biggest difficulty and very, very expensive, because at that time there were not also machinery here. This was the big project. Aegelis Hotel was the big project on the island. So everything was difficult for us, very, very difficult. But we managed to make all these flat pieces for buildings, for the buildings and for the swimming pool. And then we had to continue with financing. That was the biggest difficulty, very big difficulty, because at that point, the interest was outrageous. It was 29%, and because you had delays in paying due to lack of funds, it was raised to 36%. 36% was crazy. Everybody thought we lose the hotel in no time. But we had a very strong will. We set a goal, we said we'll manage, and we found different ways. We found some friends who helped us in financing, and we paid later with less interest. Our family helped us a little bit. So we managed to go through that. But it was not only the financial problem. We had to face a lot of bureaucracy in Athens, many problems, which I was in Athens taking care of all these things, while my husband Nikita was on the island taking care of all the building issues. We managed to finish this project in 2 years, which was really a miracle, because everything was made by hand. The concrete, everything was really by hand. There were no machinery, because this was the first big project on Amorgos. Nobody would think to make something like that here at the time, and everybody thought we were crazy to do this. It was a very risky project, but we believed in it, and we set a goal, and we said we'll make it. And we managed to make it, and the new effort would be how to fill the hotel. We had so big financial obligations that the hotel would have to work. The island at the time was completely unknown. So we started our efforts for promoting the island, first of all, because nobody knew Amorgos. So how could we talk about the Aegelis Hotel when nobody knew where Amorgos was? So I started going to all different fairs, travel shows around the world, mainly in Europe. And I met people, I met travel agents. I thought of different other ways to promote the island. I made invitations to journalists, so we had different trips here. And eventually, Amorgos started being known. We made and we started making a conference with journalists every year. This is called Iperia. And this one helped a lot the island, because people who were coming from different parts of the world, journalists, were writing in their newspapers, in their magazines, talking about Amorgos in their radio. So eventually Amorgos started being known. And as it is a beautiful island, we're very lucky on this, people who come to Amorgos are so happy they want to come back. So we created something not only for us, but for the benefit of all the other people of the island. So we tried our very best for the benefit of our island. We really love our island. That's why we came to invest here and not somewhere else, which was already made and ready to produce and ready to have good results. Sometimes when I look at the hotel, all the things that exist today, the buildings, the rooms that have been doubled since we started, now they're 60, all the rooms for conferences, for yoga retreats, all the facilities that we have tried to change and upgrade the hotel into a 5-star. I really don't believe it, and I said, oh my God, I said to my husband, can you believe we did this, starting with nothing? But really, if somebody sets a goal, it's everything is possible. This is finally what I come to realize. I realize also that it has been a long way to achieve this. Long way, long efforts, and strong will, and of course always a lot of work, but we love it, and we're very happy that we have achieved that. My husband and then our children who love and continue the project. Definitely this project would not have reached this point if we did not have the strong belief that we could make it. This is something that all people would take under consideration if they want to do something. Set a goal, believe in it, and of course work for it. Because nothing happens accidentally, it needs efforts. But everything can be done. We host the environmental teams who come to Amorgos to support our projects, and we keep doing this all the time because we think that environment is very important not only for us but for the whole world. So we're part of the world effort. Amorgos had a big fire in the 18th century, so many of the trees, most of the trees were burnt as there were not the means to put the fire off. So in recent days we're trying to reforestate the island. I was born in Tholaria, this village, and this here is my first school, the elementary school of Tholaria. Tholaria village is full of steps, so everything has to be carried by donkeys and mules. The ingredients and the materials for the shops, but also all the materials if we wanted to build a house. So it is really very expensive to build houses on Amorgos, on the villages, because you cannot enter the villages by car. You have to carry the materials by mules. I have so many beautiful memories from this village. I grew up until the age of 12 with my sisters, we're 5 sisters, with cousins. We had nice time at school. We loved the countryside. We helped our parents. We had nice games with everybody. And although there was not even electricity, we did not feel at the time that something was missing. No television, nothing, but we were happy. We did not know what we were missing. This is a historical school, the first school in independent Greece after the Ottoman Empire. That means 400 years. And when I was ready for high school, I would love to come here, but there was no road at the time. So that means I had to walk on the mountains for 4 hours or stay here in Hora with another family that I did not know. So instead of that, I went to Athens with relatives. It is a real blessing for me to be here in front of the monastery of Chozoviotissa, the 1,000-year-old monastery, which is a symbol for our island, Amorgos, and I have been involved since childhood. We have grown up with a belief that we should be always involved with the church. This was part of our family tradition, which we continued. And personally, I continued throughout my life so far. Even when I went to America, I was involved in church, at the Church of St. Nicholas, and at the community there, the Greek community, and I love to contribute always to all their activities. Now here on Amorgos, the same, we keep with my family our relationship with the church, and we believe that if you believe in God, you can succeed. It's our protector, it's our strength and power that leads us throughout life.